Hi, this video is to show you how you can fill in the project quality checklists whenever you are starting to work on a new project. For this, first of all, open the Stanmore Quality Control System link you receive in your email. You can once you save it in your browser, you can open it from the shortcut in your browser. So this window which I've opened is an example project what I got here. And as you can see in this home page of this website, there are QA checklist drop down, QA recording drop down, and view dry lining reports drop down. Because there are no reports and no submissions made yet. This area is blank at the moment. If you click on the QA checklist, you can see, first of all, you will see the inspection and test plan document, which is on this link here. And also you can see all the task checklists picked for the project. If I will open the inspection and test plan for a quick view. So this is a Google Sheet. Already the inspection and test plan is generated automatically on the SQRS system. And you can see all the tasks which I have picked are listed here as well. So you can see there are 13 items, starting with riser shaft walls, RT walls first fix, screed preparation, screed installation, etc., etc. And you can see here this inspection and test plan is a document that tells how the frequencies of inspection and who will be inspecting these works, etc. So you can see specification reference, clients approved specifications and construction detail drawings as per manufacturer's installed guidelines for riser shaft walls. Acceptance criteria, checks as in the Stanmore quality checklist reference MSF 15502 and the relevant specifications. So all these works will be checked and accepted based on a checklist against it, and the other specifications from the architect, building regulations, NHPC, etc., etc. And you can see here various parties who inspect these works: SPM, Stanmore's project manager, client, the architect, project structural engineer, manufacturer, NHPC, or building control, any others. So all those parties will be listed here, which this list is a standard document generated in SQRS. The site team will be able to edit it to suit their requirement. You can go through this, you can type in and change it into something else here if it is different. And also on the last column you can see the checklist code. This is actually a hyperlink to that checklist. So MSF 15502 is the checklist that is relating to the riser shaft wall. For whatever first fix, there is another checklist form. So this ITP, if requested by the client, you can go through the ITP and update it to meet the exact site specific. Once it's updated, you can export it as a PDF. I will show you how to export it. Go to File, click on Download, download as PDF. Click on it, and you can see it's already formatted. You can print this just by clicking on Export, and then if you click on Export, it will ask you where to save. I'm just saving it in the Downloads folder, and you can see the name is already given there, so you don't need to. And this can be emailed once downloaded. This can be emailed directly to your main contractor if required. So that is the inspection and test plan. Now going back to the web page, you can also see all the task lists listed here. What you will have to do is you will have to go through each of these checklists and fill in the yes no answers as applicable, and also add any site specific comments. I will open an example one, say this party walls first fix. So this is the QA checklist for party wall first fix. As you can see here, it gives the project code. Block reference is not given here because it will be on the Google form submission. So this is common for all. That is why it says see the PDF QA record. Project name is here. The main contractor's name is here. And then these are the checklist items. There are 12 items here. You have to go through them once. So go through this, go click yes. Wall setting out from grids as well as any coordination issues checked, yes. The correct metal frame, components, board types, and ancillary products used as per product specifications. Click yes. You can actually add any comments here if there is for any specific wall type or any specific products used. You can add those comments here. The correct metal frame fixing types used at the correct fixing centers with the right embedment into the applicable substrate. Yes. You can add the specific fixing references here. Then fire rated deflection head formed if specified with the correct system components. None of the studs are screw fixed or crimped to the head track to allow for deflection movement. Yes. And then door openings formed to the right BS duty rating in accordance with the approved specification. Yes, the door openings has to be fabricated to the right duty rating. Otherwise, that will be a problem. Service penetration openings formed in the metal frame where required. All reveals openings lined with the specified type and number of layers of plasterboard. This also is a very important requirement for forming letterbox openings, etc. Click yes. Plasterboard fixings of the correct size and type used for securing plasterboard onto metalwork. Yes, yeah, and you can see the note here. It must have at least 10 millimeter penetration into the metal zone. Plasterboard fixings are at the correct centers in accordance with the wall specifications. Flat strap and splay angles used where necessary. Yes. Is specified as part of work sequencing. Rips of plasterboard installed to one side of the framing at lower, upper, or the ends of wall metal framing. This is a check item which is very subject to the sequencing that's followed on site. You can select yes or no, or if it is not applicable, just pick not applicable there. The sequencing requirement usually prior to screening for this you can have a read through this note, and if you have any comments you can add any additional comments here. Plasterboard joints on various layers opposite faces are staggered as per manufacturer's recommendations. Fire taping carried out to locations where appropriate. Yeah, this is a very important requirement. The joints between the number of various layers need be staggered, and also if that work is no longer accessible, any such joints need to be fire taped during that stage of work. Otherwise, it can compromise the fire performance of the wall. Yes, and work area is cleared and surplus material removed handover for the next trade. Yes. So as you can see, the checklist is completed. You can type in the name in there, add the date when this checklist is done, and you can insert a signature image here as well. which you can, if you have a signature image in your computer, you can insert it in there. Just click on insert image in cells, and then you can upload an image from the computer. Also, I can't find any images files here. I'm skipping this step, but it will be inserted in this cell, so your signature can be inserted into this cell. So once it's done, close this. You don't need to save it because this is a Google Sheet. It saves all the data entered automatically, so you don't need to save it. So just like that, go through all the checklists. You only need to do it once. Once it's done and all the checkpoints answered, the templates are ready, and you can print and laminate these checklists for the information of operatives on site. So in order to print this, you can export it or print it directly on a printer. You can go to click on download PDF document, and then it will permit you to download the filled checklist. You can print, laminate, and give it to the operatives to tell them, or to detail them the points that you will be checking on completion of the works. That way, all the construction team will be aware of what all items need to be checked for successful completion of the works. So once it's done, just close it. And as I explained, once you go through all these task checklists, the templates are ready for the project. And from that point, you are ready to go. You can go on site to start recording the quality of installation. Thanks for listening.